So, hey everybody, I guess I'm going live right now. I better turn on the volume of my buddy over here. She's gonna be talking, asking all kinds of questions. I'll put her on mute so I can't hear her. She'll have to wave her arms if something goes crazy. So, I'm notifying other people to get on to try this out. This is new for me. So, I decided I'm going to talk about the one thing that I actually know about, and that's comic books. These comic books are great. I enjoy comic books. I've been reading comic books all my life. I'm in the process of developing my own comic book company right now. It is crazy. It is everything you thought it was going to be. When I say that, I really don't know what that means. I'm just saying words. But it's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. So, the best thing I can do in the comic book realm is try my best to just do everything I can. So, yeah. Let's talk about the most important thing. So, finding artists. Artists are very difficult to find. It's very difficult to find artists who are very good, who can actually meet their deadlines, and don't get crazy about what they want. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that more in the sense of it's a difficult job being an artist. Not everybody can be an artist. A lot of people want to be artists. A lot of people think about being artists, but it's difficult. It ain't easy, and it ain't simple. And even I know how difficult it is. I've been a graphic designer for 30 plus years. I love it, and I'm doing everything I can to make it interesting. Yeah, so what are the fun things I'm going to talk about? Oh, yeah, more importantly, I have a all-new comic book series coming out probably December. It's called The Amazing Universe. We've been doing products for the last 4 years as a tabletop role-playing game, and now we're finally spinning off into the comic book realm. It's actually going much better than I thought it was. I was a little worried at first, don't get me wrong. We're doing a lot of work, we're doing lots of cool stuff, but it is difficult. Um, oh, okay, it's good to know these things. I didn't know that. There's all kinds of fun things you have to learn by doing these lives. I don't know much about lives because this is something new to me. So I'm probably going to put my phone down because I'm old and lazy and I'm tired of holding it and put it in my work spot that I use to take calls. And like right now, I'm dealing with. Right now, I have a new artist who's looking to work with me, and it looks like a pretty good artist. The problem is he only does inking. I need like guys who do art. I mean, he's a good inker. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not looking for inkers. I'm looking for artists. So looking for artists is always a difficult thing because you really have to go through their work. You got to check it out. You got to see if it's AI. You got to see who's really doing good stuff, who's really doing halfway stuff, and you just got to go out there and keep doing it. So it's a hard job, but I wouldn't do it any other way. And then like I'm also getting writers involved, and writers are tough just too because you got to see what they're doing, and theirs takes a little more time. My personal feeling about with writers is if you do it, you give them like the first 3 pages. If it's not exciting by the first 3 pages, I don't waste my time. I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm out of here. And you don't want to be that way, but it's kind of tough. You have to be that way. And some people like it, and some people don't. But I think the first 3 pages, if you don't get me excited about what I'm reading about what you're proposing, it's not going to go anywhere. And I think that's part of how to be creative. I think a lot of people don't want to focus on being creative. They just want to try things and be like, oh, I don't know. Just, but you got to think about how to be creative. And I think the most important thing about being creative is combining two things together that don't always connect. So I think you got to focus on stuff like that. My biggest idea on, that kind of stuff is look at peanut butter Reese's peanut butter cups. It's chocolate, peanut butter. You wouldn't think they'd go well together, but they go very well together. Boom. So just find two things you like, combine them, and keep going. That's 90% of it. So that's where I am. What are the fun things we can talk about? Oh, I got new artwork in today. I can't show you any of it. It's still very new. It's all on my screen on my computer. So I'm going on my way to get more new artwork in. We've got all the artwork for the first book is done. We're actually in the stage of coloring it. I'm waiting for the colors to send me back the last 4 pages. And once that's done, I'll get the 1 page 0 that we do from our new artist, and I'll send those out to the letterer. Once the letterer gets those done, we're done. And we're going to be putting it online, putting it for sale. Can I show you something? Let me see. I hide like 12 million things I got up here. I can't show you all the stuff we're doing because that would be rude. But I can definitely show you the cover that we're doing. So this is. Give me a second. I'm new to this, so if I can spin this around, I'll be smart. But I may not be able to pull it off. Um, of course, I can't do it right now because I'm thinking. Nope, cancel. I want to do that. I can't show it to you. Okay. I'm looking at it right now. It looks amazing. I can't show it to you right now, but eventually I will be able to show it to you. But when I can show it to you, it'll be awesome. So this is kind of cool. And this is my first live, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm doing my best to make this interesting and make it fun. Let me see if I can flip it right here. Okay, boom, look at that. It's amazing when you can find out what's on the internet. So this is the new cover that we're working on. These are actual panels from the actual comic book that will be out in December. My main guy on top is Sean Evans, and of course on the bottom is Wayne Morgan. They're two very, very important characters in the setting. I'm very, very happy with it, and I'm working on it, and it's ah. It's interesting that people call me at the greatest times. I actually let them get on my lives. They can see what I'm doing. Yeah, see what funny that is. So, boom, off the camera back and put it back down because I'm lazy like that. What can I say? I got a perk spot for my phone. It's right next to my computer and works really well. So there you go. I'm very happy. I like this. And if any of my friends are watching, please come on by. Please come on by. I like to talk about comics. So maybe I'll do it more often. If you like comics, you like me, you know what I'm going to be talking about. It's going to be comics and talking about cool stuff. So right now we're in the process of doing our comic, which is The Amazing Universe. But let me tell you all a little secret. Let me actually pull it up real quick because I can tell you how many products we have in line that they're doing. Got a lot. Let me see. So right now we have 3 books that are actually completed. When I use the word completed, they've been written, and we picked our artists for them. So that's a very important stage. The first one being the Wayne Morgan, Sean Evans book. That's been done. That's one of our first ones. It's been done very early. I'm pretty happy with that one. Then our next book is Onyx and Rebel. It's more of a gangland, low-level urban crime kind of thing. It's very, very cool. I got back the first page of that today, which is really cool. I mean, I really can't wait to see this thing get done. I love that. And then I got back the first 4 pages for our Maxwell Cross versus the New Breed. It's more of a psychological one. This is actually really a lot of fun. It's a good drama piece. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And Jay Faber wrote that for us a while back. We've been jumping back and forth trying to find the right artist for that. We finally got a guy who really just jumped to it. I showed him what I wanted to do, and he was like, holy cow, this is amazing. I'm like, hey, dude, you should do this. He's like, yeah, I'd love to do this. So, boom, we got him. Piece of cake. Easy. I loved it. It was great. I was happy. He was happy. We're both happy. That's pretty easy how that works. So, I enjoyed that part of it. Then we have another new writer who's actually going over doing our Strike Squad Alpha book, which is going to be probably like a little capture the flag, 3 teams that capture the flag, a lot of showing off people's powers and abilities and stuff like that. That'll be a lot of fun. My man, Mark Hart. Mark has done a ton of work for me on tons of TTRPG products, so this is great. Mark's going to be doing writing on Twilight Inc., which is our scientific group think. The Fantastic Four meets the Challengers of the Unknown plus Johnny Quest. You like that? You get the combination? Boom. That's what it is. We've got Robert Jeffries also working on another one called The Click. We just approved the outline yesterday. Yeah, actually yesterday, this morning. We just approved the outline for it. So he's going to be writing for it. That one's going to be a lot of fun. That one's going to have bad guys versus bad guys and a lot of robbery on a boat. So if you like robberies on a boat, it's a lot of fun. It'll be cool. And then we have one we're working on right now that's kind of in a weird position. It's our Cerberus book. It's kind of our triplet spy book. The writer for it, which I did not know when he pitched me the idea, actually does not speak English. Yeah, that was funny. So he wrote the entire script in Spanish. He's converting it over to English now. We're taking a look at it, and we're going to see what we can do to make it ready. Um, we'll see. We'll see. I think the idea he pitched was good. I think what we could do is something kind of cool. I think it could be a win-win. So we're going to see. You know, like everything else in this, you got to see. You got to check things out. You got to see what's really good. You got to see what's really crappy, and you just go out and just do what you got to do. So we're on to that. The big books that we're really working on, the big, super big book we're working on is our book called The Dominion. The Dominion book is our version of, I'm going to call it our 21st century version of Alpha Flight. If you're an Alpha Flight fan, you're probably going to like this book. It's good. We're making a superhero team for Canada. We also have a team for them called the Union. So there's the Dominion and the Union, and I've been working on their logos. Actually, who's calling me now? Everybody calls me. Everybody's looking for me. I'm not paying attention right now. But I will show you our Patreon. We do have a Patreon page, of course. And I'll show you the poll that we did on that. Let me get this up here real quick. It's always slow when you gotta do it by yourself. Ta-da! And so, let me flip this. Oh, not you, buddy. Flip this. Flip camera. Boom. So here are the four different logos that we designed for Canada. I really wanted to do something kind of cool. I wanted to make it very Canadian, but also because we have, it's funny when I say it, we have Quebec characters. I guess Quebecois is the pronunciation? Yeah, Quebecois, I believe. We had to add them with the logo because they're, of course, with the team. So we set up that. We've got A, B, C, and D to choose from. It looks like people have been liking A and C. I like them all. I did them all, so I'm all happy with them. Oh, thank you, Giselle Collective. I appreciate that. And it's really just about finding cool stuff and doing cool stuff and looking at it. So if you like this kind of cool stuff, please let us know. I'm picking one of these logos to go. We're going to start developing like the new cover that we did for the other book. So the Dominion is going to be 24 page, or actually 25 pages for the first issue. I've written the first 12 or 13 pages. I'm probably going to have one of our regular writers do the other 12, and it's going to be an introduction of why they're Canadian superheroes, what happened to cause this to happen. It's a very big event in the setting, and with it, we're going to be doing cool character development. Let me show you if I can send you. And this is behind the scenes stuff, so I'll show you the really cool stuff. This is the stuff you wouldn't get access to. Boom, like our big Britannia. This is the final draft for Britannia from the Monarchy / Watchmen of Pendragon. It's our not UK, yeah, UK superhero team. I liked it. I like stuff like that. You know me, I like nice art. Some redacted pages I can't show you of the comic book that'll be coming out soon. They're very redacted. If you're a member of our Patreon, you'll get access to these. If not, you're on the redacted list. That's what happens. That's just what happens. The rough design elements. So when we do art, we usually do a rough design first, and then we do the final. So the rough design usually is very, very simple. This was an easy one. It was really about the trident and the haircut, and we went to these four choices, and then we picked one we liked, and we went with it and said, hey, that's the one I like. It's not that complicated, but it's fun. Talking about, that's right, we want to, why the legal genre has not broken into American comic. We're going to be doing a legal comic book. It's basically a law firm. Because, you see on TV, there's millions and millions of law firm TV shows, so why aren't there any, law firm comic books? And now you're going to be like, oh, you mean Daredevil? I mean, yeah, Daredevil kind of, but Daredevil usually does a lot of punching, and he's usually at the church more than, the legal stuff, or the She-Hulk. So we're going to have a whole group of lawyers who have superpowers. There's a whole history behind them. That's Rhoda, Evans, and Chambers. If you remember the name Evans, remember earlier we talked about Sean Evans? Well, this is his sister Angela. There's a whole story about her. You talk about her superpowers. It's a whole big thing. It's a whole big thing. It's a whole big thing. What can I say? This is the Stonehenge picture that we did. We gave her this UK looking costume. I really like this one a lot. It's one of my favorites. It's a cool design. you know, if you're going to do the Union Jack, which I think is one of the cooler design of flags, I thought she was a cool design. So I said, let's put this costume on, let's see how it looks. And we got this. So I like it. We all like it. There you go. More redacted stuff in the comic book. There's a rough design of what we were going to do with Stonehenge. See, same body. Doesn't really matter between the costume, but different headshots to pick the right one. Yeah, and I always put game trailers up. I have a love of game, especially comic book game trailers. So if there's a comic book game trailer, I'm going to put it up, put it on there. Let us check it out. Let's have a good time. Boom. So you'll see that. More redacted stuff in the comic book coming out soon. Oh yeah, Semtex. This is one of our characters that's also going to be on the minor key. She's Scottish, of course. You can see she's got the whole. I was going to say kilt, but not a kilt. She's got the whole Turin all designed out. She's wearing the flag of Scotland as a costume, which I think is cool. And then, of course, you got the symbol of Great Britain on her arm, so you know if you didn't know, but you know. So I got that. Oh, that's right. Transparency, what we pay. If you're wondering what, like how much money we pay, you know, this is our transparency. This is what this is what we make. We're looking for this kind of rate. This is what it is. You can see what you make here. Oh, the Red Dragon, this final design that we did. This costume was very easy. Another one of those like characters with design like the flag. Very, very easy. No big deal. Semtex's rough drafts, you see. We had our middle age, like a little age, and then a redhead. I've already done a ton of redheads. I didn't want to do any more redheads. That's why I said no more redheads. That's just me. Only so many redheads you can do before you get tired. And let's do a couple more things so you can see. It's on Patreon if you want to check it out. Another trailer. Oh, boom. So this is a full-on picture. Oh. Let's try to pull this stuff up. It's not really... That's about as big as we can get it? Yeah, it's about as big as we can get it. So this is the whole Dominion team. It's the whole team, all of them, from left to right. Tsunami, or from left to right. Yeah, Tsunami, Ghost Owl, Whiteout, Delbek. Delbek? No, Delbek's next to him. Red Ensign, Delbek, Witchcraft, Vortex, Micron, Osprey, Supreme. I can't remember his name. I always forget this character's name for some reason. And then Cyclotron. Why do I always forget his name? I don't know why. Something about this character makes me always forget his name. I don't get it. It's very weird, but it happens. So, if you wanted to know, and then of course you see, all right, so look at the costumes. Definitely we're inspired by the Canadian flag. I wanted to do something kind of cool. Like I said, it's a nice little homage to Alpha Flight. If you're an Alpha Flight fan, you like that. You'll like what you're seeing. It's kind of cool. So we want to do an updated version of that. But we also have a Quebec version for certain characters because, as I found out by doing research with our friendly Canadians, Quebec has a lot of influence on the government and governmental standings. So with that, we had to do cool stuff like this. So we have 3 of the characters, Whiteout, Vortex, and Supreme, all have a Quebec version of the costume. Well, they have their version, which is they wear the Quebec one. Supreme actually has 2 versions. He has this one, and he has the traditional red and white one. So, but we thought it'd be cool to put him in here with this one because it's a cool picture. And that's that. So, yeah. Let me flip this camera around again so you all can see my lovely face and you can be all impressed by me. Psych. Don't fall for that trick. So, yeah. That's what we're doing on this. It's really a lot of fun. I'm really excited about the stuff we're doing. But it's hard work. You know, it's really hard work. I've had to just, try to go out and do this as much as I can. Try to get enough money to raise to do this. Like right now, we're planning to do, like, if we did every book we were planning to do, we're going to do, let's see how many books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It would be about 204 pages. If we did all of them. We're doing most of these, a lot of these are 8-page stories because, hey, we got to keep it short. We can't do 24-page stories. It's too expensive. They cost too much money. We can't afford that art. So we're doing 8-page stories and 12-page stories. So very quick stories, a lot of cool stuff. We're going to put them together. And I think you'll enjoy them. And once we start making more money on these and generating more money, we'll do longer stories. It is my dream to get to Dominion as a Kickstarter for us in the summer of 2026. I would really like to go out there and show everybody, look, we're doing these cool books. We're going to be doing them specifically for Canada. For some weird reason, don't ask me why, it just is. Canada is my favorite place to talk about in superhero stuff. I don't know why. I don't get it. But so we want to really push Canada and become, the cool comic company that supports Canadian superheroes and comic books. So if you're Canadian and you want a cool superhero team, check out our Patreon. What is it? Patreon at lpjdesign.com. Is that it? Yeah. lpjdesign.com. Oh, actually, lpjdesign.com. That's our website. But LPJ Design with Patreon, or just Google my name, Louis Porter Jr. Design. It'll pop up. You'll see our Patreon. Go on, check it out. Join for free. Doesn't cost you anything. It's easy. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Come on. What's the worst that can happen? You'll enjoy yourself. You have fun. You see some cool stuff every day. So I try to turn in stuff every day. I try. I really try. Doesn't always work that way, but I try to do stuff every day new. So you'll always have something going on. We'll always have some cool stuff. And I think you'll appreciate that. So I'm looking at this. Since I usually don't get to look at a lot of this stuff, I can see people make some comments. People said nice art. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's I want my viewers to really check out what we're doing. Come here, tell us that we're doing the right thing. Tell us how we can get better at this. Tell us how we can focus. If we're doing something wrong, let us know. Eventually we'll get to a point where we'll probably bring people on. We'll talk about what we're doing. And, if you're really, really interested in the setting, it's called The Amazing Universe. So if you're 100% really interested and you want to get the setting for free, my favorite word, free, Google Welcome to the Amazing Universe. There'll be a PDF we made. It's roughly 300 pages. So it gives you the history of a lot of organization, gives you lots of images. It is a big catalog. You can get it 100% for free, but if you feel like giving us a couple bucks for it, we appreciate that. It's free. Go check it out. You'll love it. It's fun. You get to read it. You get to see everything about it. And if you like that, go to the Patreon. Join that. You'll see more stuff. And we're going to keep putting out more and more stuff because this is what I do apparently now. This is my new life, my new dream. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I don't even know how long I've been on here. Does anybody know how long I've been on here? I don't know. I've been on here. I'm still working. I'm still doing this. Oh, no, I don't do it. So I'm enjoying this. I'm doing well. Do us a favor. Support us. Tell your friends about it. Follow me. If you see me, you might see some cool stuff. I'm trying to see we can get higher on this, become very, very popular, and then, become super popular. And if we get lucky, we'll do a cartoon because everybody knows if you're going to do comic books, cartoons are in your future. And I want to do some cool cartoons. What can I say? Well, thank you for everybody coming out. I'm a little tired now. We've been on for a little while. I don't even know if we've been 30 minutes yet. Have we been 30 minutes? I can't tell. Where's the clock? See, this is the thing I gotta tell you, a clock. That's the part that just drives me crazy. There should be a clock on here. And it looks like I might have made a cent, which tells me I'm pretty awesome. Oh, we've been on 23 minutes. Okay, I gotta stay on another 7 minutes because this is important. I gotta go live 3 different times to get the full experience. So we gotta do this. So I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna ramble. So you want me to ramble about something cool? We can talk about comic books. We can talk about my plans. Okay, let's talk about plans. So I'm planning to get everything up and ready and done realistically, like the summer 2026. By then, I want to have at least 10 stories out, 10 to 12 stories out. People can download them. Oh, and something we're doing. So if you're interested in getting our comics and you're not sure and you're like, hey, I don't know when to pay a lot for them, I'm going to release comic books initially for 99 cents. That's right, 99 cents. They're going to be online. You can get them through Drive-Thru Comics. Yeah, Drive-Thru Comics. Is it Drive-Thru Comics RPG? I keep saying RPG because I normally sell. Drive-Thru RPG has been one of my spots I've been selling at for the last 25 plus years. And now that we're doing comics, we got to start paying attention to the other ones. So, Drive-Thru Comics is the website, drivethrucomics.com. You can go there. You'll be able to find us in a couple weeks. You'll be able to buy our books for 99 cents. Though, the real price is $2.29, but you're going to get them for 99 cents. It's They're cheap. They're just 99 cents. Even if the book sucked, it was only 99 cents. It didn't break you. But these are going to be awesome books. You can tell awesome stories. You're going to have lots of fun. You're going to see lots of cool stuff. You're going to be impressed. I'm already impressed. I think we're going to really knock this one out of the ballpark. I think it's going to be a lot more fun than I ever imagined. And I'm going to do everything I can to make it interesting. Because the more interesting it is, I think the more people will see it. The more people will see it, the more fans will make. The more fans will make. Yada, 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 yada. I mean, this isn't rocket science, but it is important to understand why we got to do what we got to do. So, there you go. That's the kind of fun part. I enjoy that kind of stuff. It's been a lot of fun. I've been working on this project for 4 years. It started out as kind of a side project to do role-playing games, and then we expanded it out to do comic books, and we're going to keep expanding it out to do animated features and seeing where it can go with that. I mean, I love comics. I've always loved comics. I've been reading comic books all my life, and I just want to hope to be, I guess I'd say the level like Mark Grunwald. If you know who Mark Grunwald is, Mark Grunwald was a legend in comic books. He was the guy who knew everything in the Marvel universe. He's one of the guys who helped envision doing, excuse me, envision doing the official handbook of the Marvel universe, which is still one of my favorite books of all time. I think I've always loved that. I mean, we even do a version of it for ourselves in the back of our books. So I think it's important to get people excited about that kind of stuff. I think Grunwald really understood how to really, really, really do these things really awesome. So you got great books, you got great stories, and you got great stuff. And I want to be kind of like that. I want to be the same kind of guy giving out these great stories that people really enjoy, they really got into, and we're like, hey, I really dug it. I like what you're doing. I want to see more. Because I think we can do more. I think, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. So like the dream. Here would be the dream. If I could get the Kickstarter going in the summer, maybe by the end of the year, end of 2026, beginning of 2027, we have 1 or 2 books that we're printing out or putting on the shelves. Maybe 1 or 2. And then maybe by the summer, we have all in total 4. 4 good books coming out monthly, doing stuff. Would be great for me. I would love that. I think that would be perfect if we can settle something where either it's going to be like, which I'm still debating about this too, like 12 pages. Instead of doing 24, I think 24 is too many, especially with the cost and stuff. So you can keep it like 8 to 12 pages, get it together, get people interested, get people reading it. I think a lot of people will enjoy it and they'll do fun things and they'll have fun with it. Yeah, I think that's 90% of it. I think people have to try. So if you just do cool stuff, it's going to be cool. And I think people will enjoy the cool stuff you do. I'm good at that. I enjoy that. I think it's good at work. So, let me see what else. Let me see. So I'm going to check my time because I don't know what the official time is. And I don't know what to look at this stuff. This is the fun part of this. You get to see all this cool stuff I didn't even know. So, 3 more minutes to get our 30 minutes. All right. So, what are the fun things we talk about? Well, okay, let's talk about the setting. We have a Earth type setting. It's very much the state. I always describe it like the states are the same, but the cities are different. So think kind of like DC Comics with Metropolis, standing for New York City, or Gotham is standing for New York. So there you go. Same kind of setup for us. We have our main superhero team, which is called Strike Force One. It's a cross between the Avengers and the Justice League. And if they were military trained, and that was the focus. So if you're a fan of the comic book series, maybe not the movie, but the movie was good too. But the comic book series Civil War, imagine if Iron Man had really, really won one and really kept it in place, and that's kind of how Strike Force One developed out of that. So that was kind of cool. I really appreciated that part. I was like, yay, that was fun. So we did that. Twilight Inc., like I said, the combination of the Challengers and the Unknown, Fantastic Four, and Johnny Quest, because I still think Johnny Quest is one of the best cartoons ever made. I think Johnny Quest handled it, did everything right. I think everyone got excited for it. It was amazing. It played like it's supposed to. It did like it's supposed to. I mean, it's Johnny Quest. And then Brace Bannon knew judo. That was the coolest thing going. I didn't even know what the word judo meant, but I knew it meant judo, and judo sounded cool to me. And as a young kid, I was like, yeah, man, this is a cool thing. And then I didn't realize they only had 1 season of it. It's just like, holy cow. And you look at it, but it's like, this is a great, great idea. And the music is that, that style. It's that 60s jazz infused, like island sound. I love it. I think that they did everything right. I just think it's really one of the coolest things they did. So we want to have that same kind of feel with Twilight Inc. It's very, very cool. Scientists doing scientist thing, but scientists with superpowers. And like our tagline, it's like, we're not superheroes, we're scientists. We're not superheroes, we're soldiers. So it's a different mindset. They're not coming from it just as a purely, oh, I'm going to be a superhero and save this. They're coming from a scientific point of view. I mean, Twilight Inc. And they're like, hey, we're going to be scientists. We're going to act like scientists. We're going to do science things. We're going to explore the universe. We're going to check stuff out. We're going to get information back. And that's what we're going to do. And I think that's the smartest thing you can do in a situation like that. That's just me. But what can I say? This has been long. Oof. I haven't done anything this long in a while, so you forget, but you got to keep that endurance up. Most importantly, I get something to drink. My throat is already dry. It's crazy. If I was smart, I would have something to drink. I didn't prepare. I didn't prepare anything. But, it is what it is. You just deal with it accordingly and you keep it moving. Keep it moving. I mean, that's what works for me. Okay, so I've got my first 30 minutes. That's good. I'll probably do some 30 minutes tomorrow to get some more, to get excited and get everybody there. I'm going to go from there. Ugh, bang my knuckles. Ow. So, if you come back another time, you'll see more cool stuff. I'll be giving new stuff for you and some sound stuff I'm going to keep behind the scenes and not tell anybody what we're doing. That's just a fun part of me. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, everybody. I appreciate it. You all have a good night. Do what you can. Do us a favor, like I said, go check out our Patreon. Very, very important. If you get on our Patreon, it's free. You get the free level. You get a lot of cool stuff even at the free level. Or you can pay the $5 a month and get everything and their mama. It's really just up to you. What do you want to do? All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. I will talk to you all later. And once again, thank you for coming out. You could have been anywhere, but you came here, and I really, truly appreciate that. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will talk to you all later.